J.K. Rowling, man. I didn't
Yep.
know how that was at first. You
I,
put that in the chat. I was like, who? Like I was like, man, I gotta do some research. Like most of the stuff like I've heard during the week, so I don't really have to look it up too much. But I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I had to look it up. That's the one that did the Harry Potter books.
mm,
And she stood up for her fellow women, her fellow feminist women.
yeah.
They're
Well, she was
calling her,
trending #1 today.
yeah, they're calling her turf and everything.
What does turf mean?
I think it's transgender exclusionary reactionary feminist or something like that.
Radical feminist.
Radical feminist.
I like that.
They should claim the word. That's what I was thinking. I was like, they probably should just claim it. Because I've seen people were saying they're saying it's a slur against them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would change radical to rational.
Oh,
Trans exclusionary rational feminist.
right.
If I were them, and I'd run with that. Yeah, I think somebody like got fired because they made some comments saying that women are women and trans aren't women, so forth, so on. And she came out to defend them, and then the LGBT community decided to cancel her today. So shout out to Rowling. I got her in the hunt for Mall of the Year. Although she's a feminist, I think it's brave what she's doing. It's brave. If anybody has the power to speak up right now, it is definitely the mall.
Right.
The mall has the power to speak up and change America. In fact, the mall might be the most important figure for the future of American culture and politics as a result. So I'm glad she stepped up, man. Kudos to her, man. We need more women of her status and her visibility to speak up. Black women too. The black women, I think.
Yeah, but I think she's a UK, isn't she?
Is she UK?
Yeah, that Amanda girl was in the UK.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need people to speak up. I know the black women can't speak up, especially in entertainment, because, well, can you name one black woman who has spoken up against this? Against like
Badu.
Erykah Badu? Okay, Hotep. You see?
Like she was telling girls you need to dress appropriately, and they killed her for that.
They killed her. They destroyed her. Yeah, they destroyed her for that. They was talking about her being nude in videos and whatnot. She's like, yo, I'm a grown woman. There's a difference.
Yeah, but once you're at a certain point, like JK is like, she's rich forever. You know what I mean? Harry Potter's like, and they were crushed, man. I didn't know so many people read that book series. Man.
They were crushed. They were upset she said something.
Yeah, because that's their idol. They love Harry Potter, all that Voldemort and all that other shit.
Yeah, Harry Potter, the American staple. You know what I mean? Like my homie used to be reading them books and watching it back in the day. Shout out to DQ. Yeah, man. I don't know why they upset. It's common sense, man. Like, you know what this is? It's really scary because it's the erasure of the woman. And J.K. Rowling, it kind of goes to show how naive women are, right? Like they hop on this feminist bandwagon and they don't see what's coming in the future. But Hotep's been told you what was coming with this whole feminist thing. Because after the feminist thing was the LGBT thing. After the LGBT thing was basically just to focus on the T's, all right? So, but we told you this stuff was coming. So and in some ways I feel bad because I think many of these feminist women have been misled by the propaganda and by the billions being funneled into this ideology of feminism to sell it to women, to make them accept it, to make them accept something that'll actually erase them. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what feminism does. It erases women You know, especially when it pits women and tries to put them up against men and compare them to men and have them take male roles on. Like if you have a woman and say, hey, you know, she can do what a man does, you're basically inviting trans into your life, right? If you take a woman and put her in a man's place, that's the same thing as trans, isn't it? Right?
Get out of here.
It's the same thing. You're basically inviting it. So these feminists should have got to keep their eyes peeled for stuff like this, man. But shout out to her, man, being a brave woman for finally speaking up and out against this shit.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, these are the smart feminists because they're like, hey, man, we're about to play ourselves real fast because they're inviting men into their spaces. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what happens when you blur the lines of the gender roles. U.S. man gets 16 years in prison for stealing, burning LGBT pride flag.
Yeah, I see that. That's crazy. Because
Damn.
you don't get that for burning the American flag.
No, you
They say,
don't.
but they say because it's that flag is associated with people or a group.
Right.
Burning that is expressing hate, and they gave him a hate crime for that.
Yeah, they gave him a hate crime for it. Shout out to highly relevant commenter for tipping me off with that with the super chat. That's crazy. Damn. Hate crime. What the fuck is a hate crime? If you kill your wife and you hate her, doesn't that make that a hate crime?
Yeah, I'm not big on like crime is crime to me. You know what I mean? I don't think you get like like you'll get extra credit for targeting certain people. Come on.
Right.
Robert Grafton, thanks for $20 donation. Peace to the Kangs. Word to Doe. Megan Fan Free B. Shout out to Dope Dudes. Getting these people right out here, bro.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Doe.